Howie, a moment of your time? It's police business.
I'm listening.
My associate and I are currently searching for a rotund man in a bib.
Yeah, I saw him. Came in on the train this morning. Made a big racket around my construction site about how he was real big and powerful with his epithet. Made it hard to work. Hasn't been back since.
Rat.
I'm glad you're here, though. Nice to see somebody's doing their job around here. Came into town today on a whim, because I heard this place needed fixing up. Thought it'd be a nice, relaxing day of work. But ever since I got here, this place has been pissing me off. Went into town to give my worker bees some honeyed snacks since they were doing such a good job. And then that sheriff was playing hopscotch with those bonsai blasters instead of arresting them.
Was he winning?
No! He wasn't winning! He was just standing there, not doing his job! Ooh, and don't even get me started on that whale watcher. I can't stand seeing people with jobs they ain't qualified for.
What makes you qualified to watch a well?
Ooh, makes me sick. Makes my blood boil. Makes me so mad I can't even words. And if you don't pay attention, your job might go sneaking off into the woods.
Oh, come on, man! Be cool.
Everyone knows the coolest thing to be is an upright citizen.
Lame! What do we do? The bosses still aren't back yet! Forget the bosses! Let's chase it! Don't all choose it in the same direction, you idiots! There's nowhere else to go!
It appears both your cheese and your escape plan are full of holes.
Quick! Over the side!
Wasn't expecting that. I'll construct a wizard. Oh, drat. My stamina is too low.
What the? The lock on the container broke! I can't. Oh! Me neither! Stupid health food. This is why my diet consists exclusively of cereal marshmallows.
Thank you for that assist, Howie. I'm afraid I was at a loss there without my epithet.
He digs around in his toolbox and produces a honeyed snack. He tosses it down to her. Here, Percy. It's a honeyed snack. Working man's food. Cures what ails you. Puts a grin on your chin.
That looks like a screw covered in honey.
Working man's food. Oh, and Percy, no need to thank me. I know it must be hard to do your job when you come unprepared and can't wiggle your fingers and magic your way through it.
Was that a jab?
Might have been.
Was that a challenge?
Might have been.
Well then, it seems my honor as a police officer has been called into question. And the only way I'll be able to satisfy you, she takes a bite into the snack, is to do my job. Very well. I declare that despite my low energy and the odds, I will capture every criminal lurking in this town.
Hey now, that's the spirit! Hiya.
Wake up! You've got a lot to do today. Feel proud and wipe your eyes, cause they stifle the yawn. Stayed up till dawn, let's see what you've been working on. It's go! Keep in mind the deadline is closing in. Your byline, the headline, they're in the bin. Uncompleted, all deleted. What's going on? You'll have to crunch and work till done till you die. Cut out the corners, cross the T's and dot the I's. Whip out the whiteout, but keep it in good taste. Just so that no one will ever know it's defaced. Epithet erased.
Episode 7. Winner take all.
Zora!
Zora Salazar.
Aw, you recognize me?
Any self-respecting officer of the Sweet Jazz Police Force would recognize you. One of the 4 leading officers of the Mundy terrorist group, Bliss Ocean.
I'm flattered. Though I prefer bounty hunter to terrorist.
Have you ever once hunted someone with a bounty higher than your own?
Oh, I would, but I've been at the top of the list for so long. That's how you know I'm good. And right now, I'm gunning for that fella over there.
No.
Ramsey, I gave you an hour to hide behind any object you could find, and you picked a cop? Oh, buddy.
Why is a bounty hunter pursuing you? It was my understanding you'd already been captured.
Clearly she is crazy. I have never done anything wrong in my life. Officer, arrest that woman.
Come on, eyebrows. You said you know who I am. You're not seriously going to stand in my way knowing what I'm capable of, right?
A true officer of the law stands by her principles, no matter the circumstances. That is my job, after all.
Howie nods.
Dang, you're dumb! I like it! All right, if that's the way you want to play it.
You really think you can beat her?
Normally, no. But with your assistance and the power of this glucose-ridden confection, anything is possible.
Is it though?
Certainly. We'll apprehend her and then move on to our missing bonsai vice principal.
Oh, you mean Bibbsy Tons of Fun? I already took care of him. Wait. Oh, don't tell me you're after this.
The amulet!
Ah, that is too perfect! This must be fate! You want the necklace, and I want Ramsey. Tell you what, how about we duel for it? Winner take all! Hell, both of you can fight me at once! That'll make it more even. Heck, I'll even match whatever weapon you use. Mano a mano, pistol to pistol. Ugly rat man versus the grossest face I can make while fighting.
You know, I do have feelings.
Kindly remove yourself from my construction site. Please.
If you say so! Zora grabs him by his collar and throws both of them off the tower.
Howie!
Howie braces himself for impact. But there isn't one. He finds himself floating, suspended in midair. Of course, you got an epithet.
Sure do. Give you 3 guesses as to what it is.
Sundial. Your epithet allows you to dial things forward and backwards in any process. Gravity, inertia, the cycle of the sun, even a lifespan.
Just gonna out me like that, huh? You're no fun. But yeah, that's right. I can manipulate anything with a set beginning and end. Like how long it takes to fall off a building. Or how long it takes a building to fall. She leans over and grabs the scaffolding. As she tightens her grip on the steel beam, it rusts and decays. The bottom crumbles, and the structure begins to fall towards the ground!
Move, 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 move!
Timber!
I'm gonna let you get away with that. One time.
Duly noted. Whoops.
Howie swipes at her like a bear in a beehive!
Howie, no! Don't fall for her dupesmanship!
And my personal favorite ability, how close someone is to death. Take your friend here, for instance.
Slowly, Howie's hair begins to gray. His skin wrinkles and sags. And the man ages 40 years in a matter of seconds.
My God! He's old.
Silver hair. No! I promised I'd work myself to death by the age of 35! Anything less means I wasn't trying hard enough!
Since you've done your homework, I'm willing to bet you also know that I can imbue my epithet into objects. Like this bullet, for instance. A single hit from one of these, and you're done. And that's just no fun at all, is it? That's why I joined Bliss Ocean in the first place, you know? Truth is, I hate epithets. I guess I'm a bit of a romantic at heart. I like the idea of true competition. Duels at dawn, battles of destiny. Just 2 warriors giving it their all where the only deciding factor is pure old-fashioned skill.
Is that why you dress up as a cowboy? Oh!
Don't interrupt. But these days, Skill don't matter anymore. You could train your whole life and be the best you that you can be, just to get beat by some schmo born with a superpower. That's why I want to get rid of these things. You shouldn't get to be strong just 'cause you're lucky. You really think you can stand in my way?
Not like this.
Oh?
It's obvious that epithet to epithet, I would be no match for you. But perhaps if I can outdraw you, yeah! Ah. Well.
Oh, there it goes. There goes the pea shooter. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
That was a gift.
Oh, I'm sorry. I actually feel kind of bad now.
No, it's fine. He fell in the line of duty. It's how he always wanted to go. Oh, Danny boy. The pipes are calling.
Well, I can see you two are busy, so I'm just gonna...
Well, he's dead. Later.
Wait, what's happening?
Tree.
No! Are you all right, Howie?
Don't worry about me. You still got a job to do.
Very well. I'll be back to get you down soon. Keep up the good work.
Well, you heard her, boys. Back to work. Epithet erased.
There was gonna be another minute of commercials, but I sped it up. You're welcome.
Okay. I think I'm safe. For now.
Ramsey, where are you?
Oh, crap. Did she see me? Of course she saw me. I look like a dollar store juice box. Looks like I'm going bareback. Ah! Back off! I have an art degree!
Ramsey, there you are.
Oh, hi, officer. Well, better cut with my shirt up and my pants down, huh?
Yes, it's much more difficult to run that way. Are you unharmed?
Yeah. Come on, let's get out of here.
No, wait. Come with me. I have a plan.
You want to tell me what it is? No? Just gonna walk right out into what is clearly a trap? All right, that's fine. No, that's good.
Zora, show yourself. We can't possibly beat you. Your epithet is too strong.
Oh, good. Yeah, I love getting shot.
But if we come together, Mundy and inscribed alike, and face you in a contest of skill, then we can beat you at your own game.
Listen, thank you for your help, but really, you're no longer involved. This is a me problem?
No, it is a we problem.
What is this?
Eraser cuffs. Any powers we may have are completely negated.
So no trial, just death sentence then.
Are you serious?
Quite. You said you'd match whatever weapons we used, correct? Then I propose a challenge. An epithet-free battle. Winner gets the necklace and Ramsey.
Did you just bet me?
All right, why not? I like your spirit, lady. Let's shake on it. Zora spits in her palm and extends her hand.
Percy spits on Zora's palm as well, as a show of good faith.
All right, close enough.
Do I not get a say in this?
I don't understand why you're so upset. You don't have an epithet to lose.
I guess I don't now.
All right, here's the rules. No epithets of any kind. Mundy weapons are fair game. First one to break a rule or cry uncle loses. Agreed?
Agreed.
No, not agreed. Not agreed.
Great! Guess that means I gotta turn my epithet off. And it just so happens I left some bullets suspended in these woods before this fight, so you might want to duck. Yeah!
Percy draws her blade and dances past the bullets, swinging her sword in wide arcs and smacking them away.
Ramsey's cuffed to her arm, so every time that she swings, he just flies back and forth and absorbs like half of the bullets. Ah, ow! Whoa!
Remember, Ramsey, you have to dodge the bullets.
Yeah, I bet it's real easy when I'm the shield.
What weapons do you have on hand?
A box of crayons.
Excellent. You've already shown off their combat capability. Forward!
Ah!
Oh! Ha!
As Percy swings, Ramsey hears something jingling at her side. A small silver blur dances on a belt. The key! Give me that! He goes for it.
dang it.
Thanks for the save, Ramsey.
Zora skips back and begins reloading.
Now is our chance. Percy grabs Ramsey's hands and begins to spin around to gain momentum.
What are you doing?
She spins him round and round and then releases, sending Ramsey's noodle body flying through the air like a hammer toss.
Ah! Get off! She points her gun at him.
I can reload too, you know.
I spit in his mouth.
Did that seriously just happen?
Yup! Dang it, lady! Would you let me get a shot off? Oh boy. Tree!
My sword!
The necklace!
The key!
If only we had something that could attack over a distance.
I feel like you're missing an obvious solution here.
Of course! How foolish of me! She picks up Ramsey's crayons and tosses them at Zora. Face the crayons of crime, villain!
Ha! Got it! Ow! What the? Did you just throw a color stick at me?
No effect! I suppose one needs a blackened heart to use a blackened weapon.
This is orange! Ow! Hey!
Excellent! Now we can retrieve my sword.
Forget the sword, come on!
Where'd that thing get to? Ah! There you are. Now, where's my other gun?
Hey.
Oh, please. You think an amateur like you can hit me?
No, but I can do this.
Hey! Don't mess with my guns! I made those!
Oh, so breaking stuff's only fun if it's not yours. Nope, still fun. I'm having a ball.
I'm gonna let you get away with that. One time.
Shut up.
Oh! You ought not have did that.
What are you gonna do, shoot me?
Zora pulls out a second gun.
What were you complaining about? You had another one. Oh, my face! My horrible, horrible face!
Percy loops around Zora so that the cuff's chain pulls back on Zora's neck and chokes her! I'm afraid the only necklace you'll be wearing is the necklace of justice!
Fine. Fine. You want to mess with other people's weapons? I can mess with other people's weapons. She picks up the sword and it begins to glow orange.
Hey, that's an epithet glow. You're cheating. She's cheating. We win.
Not if you're dead!
Oh.
That will kill us.
Yup!
I wish I could remember my stupid epithet. Wait, I wrote that paper. Where is it? There! Wow, really? That's a pretty good power. Ah! Jeez, calm down! Why don't you just, I don't know, unbreak your time gun?
I can't do that! Because once the process is ended, I can't reverse it! So once I hit the ground, I can't float back up! And once some jackhole breaks my gun, it's broken forever!
Percy, unlock the cuffs, damn it! She's gonna kill us!
She's too fast. In the time it would take to unlock them, she'd be on us.
Don't worry, I'll cover you! Unlock your end, and once it's off, build as many of those zappy towers as you can!
But with my current stamina, even 2 or 3 would be enough to knock me out.
That's fine! If this doesn't work, we're dead anyways! Just trust me, I can do this!
Very well. She starts to unlock her cuff.
Zora closes in on her. She aims for the heart!
Oh, this is such a bad idea. Please work!
Ramsey!
Well, not what I was aiming for, but that's fine. Nice knowing you, Ramsey. In a few seconds, you'll be dust.
Ramsey's arm and disembodied hand begin rapidly aging from the wound outwards. But before it goes any further, they both turn to solid gold. It spreads, and Ramsey's full body turns into a solid gold statue.
No! She's turned him to gold! Wait, what?
Oh, look. It worked.
What?
Ah!
What? You think I can't aid you just because you're metal? Well, you're wrong! Ah! Come on, what is this?
Quick lesson from a professional appraiser. Pure gold never corrodes, but it does make for a pretty good conductor. Isn't that right, Percy?
Fire.
Ah, shit.
Hey, Percy! You alright? Here.
Did it work?
You idiots. You think that was me using my epithet? You ain't even seen a tenth of what I can do! But I lost. I could have beat you. But I broke the rules. The ones I set myself. So I'm gonna call this one a draw. You keep Ramsey, I keep the necklace. But you'd better watch yourself, Murdoch. I'll be coming for you when you least expect it.
Epithet erased.
So, when can we go home?
Shut up! Don't let them hear you!
Someone's coming.
I heard from Howie. It seems both he and that bonsai vice principal reverted back to their original ages. With so many bonsai blasters wrangled up, it's hard not to call this a victory. Still, it's unfortunate we couldn't retrieve the Arsene Amulet.
Actually, I have some good news about that. Ta-da! Here you go. The genuine article.
How?
I swapped it with a duplicate when I had her in that bear hug. They call it fool's gold for a reason.
Wait a tick. Wasn't the gem on this green before? Oh, son of a bitch!
Can't really blame him for not noticing, though. I am a master of forging valuables.
Oh, that reminds me.
Eh?
Ramsey Murdoch, you're under arrest.
Ah, I think you're confused. Zora stole it, and I gave it back. I'm the good guy.
Yes, today. But you're also the man who swindled a half-dozen companies out of their savings, to the tune of about $25 million.
I thought you didn't recognize me.
I didn't, until I saw your epithet. I remember you from a police lineup a few years back. A man came in to report a case of golden buttocks.
Ah, yeah. Operation Midas.
You're infamous for trading large quantities of gold in exchange for companies' stocks and bonds. Then, days later, your business partners find their gold has transformed back into dirt. Or worse.
So that's it. I saved your life, and you put me away for life? Oh, some folks got a heart of gold, but you, lady, you got a heart of cold.
Now, don't think I don't appreciate your help today. Your crimes are quite serious. But none of this would have been possible without your help. And if you'd be willing to put your appraisal skills to use on our side of the law, I'm sure we could negotiate a very comfortable cell for you indeed.
Yeah, all right. That doesn't sound too bad. Better than pine cones, anyways.
So, how did it go?
Is he dead? Poke him with a stick. Hey, this is the last episode of this season, but there's a bunch more story after this. Like, who is that guy on the beach? Who were those shadowy dudes? Who were my friends who were standing next to me? I mean, I know who they are, but you don't. If you want more episodes, let Verve know by signing up for their service. It's really, really good. See you next time, I hope. Bye!
Hi, this is Brendan Blaber, aka Jello. I'm the writer, director, creator of Epithet. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this weird little experimental cartoon we made. The amount of fan support has been kind of unreal. I've literally seen thousands of pieces of artwork, and I wanted to show off as many of them as I could here because they're just all so good. Because people keep asking me, I do have plans for a season 2. I actually have plans for up to 5 seasons. The story's 5 seasons long, should we be so lucky. And the best way to get another season would be to support Verve as much as you can and let them know that you want more Epithet erased. With money. This season alone cost somewhere around $250,000 to make, and that would have been completely impossible without all of their awesome support. So please subscribe to their service. It is really good. I use it all the time myself. Even if it's just 1 month of subscription for $10, that would go a very long way. And when you sign up, be sure to use my link. It's in the description and the pinned comment. That way they know that you are here for Epithet Erased specifically. That link will get you a month of Verve Premium absolutely free. If you're outside the US and you can't subscribe to Verve, pitch the show to your friends, let Verve know you want more on social media, and if you can, please donate to our Patreon. I've been sick since we finished the show, which you can tell from my voice, but once I recover, I'm planning to release a ton of behind-the-scenes content exclusively to my Patreon. We'll have outtakes, commentary tracks for every episode. Those will be available by the end of January. There'll be concept art and just me talking for hours about the production process, because this was literally 7 months of me working 12 hours a day, so I have a lot to talk about. I ended up paying for about half of the cost of this show out of pocket, and I still have a few dozen $1,000 to pay off. So anything you could chip in would be very much appreciated. I don't know how long it would take to get a season 2. I don't know if it'd be a year or 2 years or more, or if we won't get one at all. But I wanted to thank everyone who worked on this show and everyone who watched it and enjoyed it, because the process was so hard and so nonstop. But seeing people enjoying it was really, really gratifying. Thank you all so much, and I hope to see you again next year. Bye!